Hi everyone, welcome to this week's EQ and You. I'm Deborah and I'm a dosage specialist here at Equilibrium. I am going to be talking to you today about the benefits of taking CBD. So I'm going to just start at the very beginning. And what is CBD? So CBD is also known as cannabidiol. And in our case for Equilibria, the CBD oil that we use for our products has been extracted from hemp plants at our Colorado farm. And then the oil is used to create the various products that we share with you all. CBD is often called the master balancer because it does work to balance all of your bodily systems. So when you ingest it, when you ingest like the drops or the soft gels, these are the extra strength soft gels here. When you ingest them, these products, or if you apply a topical product like our relief balm, or even like our new recovery roll-on, these are topicals. Either way, when you ingest them, they go into receptors in a system called the endocannabinoid system. So when it goes into your system, it's being ingested through these receptors in that system internally. But then if you are applying topicals, it is going into receptors in your body that are also part of that endocannabinoid system. So that's why. So the endocannabinoid system is a system of receptors that is located throughout your whole body. And it's in all your major organs. There are receptors in all your major organs, all your major bodily systems. So like your endocrine system, which is your hormones, or your reproductive system, or your nervous system. And so what it does when you ingest it is it works to calm and balance all of those systems in your body. And that is why, since that endocannabinoid system is like an umbrella system for all your other systems and has receptors in those systems, that is why you hear so much all the time about all the different things that CBD can do. And that is because, and it can bring your body back into balance in all these different areas. And so sometimes people may think like, can CBD really do like all of that? Like, wow, somebody said, my knee doesn't hurt anymore. It's not as swollen, or the discomfort is gone after I, had some type of injury or worked it a little bit too hard, or suddenly I'm sleeping through the night, and this is fabulous. I haven't slept through the night in years. Or I'm just calmer than usual and don't get as upset when my kids are arguing or just doing their normal evening routine kind of craziness. And so those are all very different things going on. Sleep, mood and reaction to things, or just a discomfort in different areas of your body. Those are all possible by taking CBD because, like I said, it goes into your system. It goes into that system of receptors throughout your whole body, and it works to balance them. Now, the thing about CBD, so that first of all, that system, that endocannabinoid system, naturally has chemicals in it called endocannabinoids, and they are working to balance your body and balance all of your systems. However, if you are dealing with a lot of stress, or you've dealt with a lot of stress throughout your life, stress chips away at those naturally occurring chemicals called endocannabinoids that work to balance your system. So you may be out of balance in certain areas of your life, and you can feel it in your body because you don't have, you're depleted of endocannabinoids, those chemicals that are just natural to your body. So CBD, the reason that when you take it, it can actually work to balance that system is because it mimics, it mimics endocannabinoids. So CBD is considered a phytocannabinoid. cannabinoid. So phyto is from a plant. And so therefore, it is, structurally, molecularly similar, CBD is, to those endocannabinoids, the naturally occurring chemicals in our bodies, so that when you do take CBD, it's like supplementing that system. So if that system is depleted and you're out of balance in certain areas, then when you take CBD over time, you are kind of like reprogramming and like giving your body that message to balance again and to just feel calmer and be a little bit more even keel. And that's why people can feel benefits, in all different areas of their body. Now, one thing that I find interesting is that where that system, the endocannabinoid system, is most depleted, whatever system, say your nervous system is really depleted of those chemicals, that is where CBD will go first, because it like assesses the system and goes, oh, you know what, this system here needs a little bit more. So we're going to start there. And that is why some people notice benefits in different parts of their body at different times. And that's what happened to me. I noticed different benefits at different times. I didn't notice them all at one time. I didn't suddenly feel like everything that I'm feeling now after almost... It's coming up on 3 years of me taking CBD. So now I'm definitely feeling different things than I did like at, the first week, the first month, the first 3 months. It does kind of like have a cumulative effect. It works to balance your system, as I keep saying. So as time goes on, your body becomes more and more balanced, and then you'll feel different things. Like I had mentioned, we have a range of products to help you your body find balance with CBD. We have both ingestible products, we have topical products. And so I am going to go through like the main benefits of CBD. So as I've mentioned many times now, the endocannabinoid system, that is one of the main benefits, is to balance that system, because by taking CBD. So by taking CBD, you're working to balance that system that, is off kilter for you in whatever way it is. That you've identified, especially if you're calling us and talking to us as doing a dosage specialist call. That's what we talk about. That's one of the main things we talk about, like, what are you experiencing right now? What do you want to get out of CBD? And that's where we talk about your health goals. That's a big part of the call. And so for me, I know that like when I started and I had my first dosage call right away, like I said, almost 3 years ago, in this coming summer will be 3 years. My goals were, I had a lot of things that CBD could help with, but I wasn't sure what it could all help with. So what I put down were like my main issues, and that was stress. Which I know, talking to members every day, stress is high on the list for lots and lots of people. It's one of the top reasons that people do use our products. And so just decreasing stress, just feeling a little bit more balanced, more even keel. So that was one of my reasons, my goals. And the other one was to just have an easier time falling asleep, because my mind tends to race at night, like it does for, I know a lot of members do take CBD at nighttime because of that very reason. You just want to relax your mind so that it's easier to just kind of drift off to sleep and not be thinking about all those things on your to-do list, all the things you did not do, all the things you want to do, all of that stuff. The day is over with. Let it go and just relax and let yourself sleep, because sleep is so important. So to give you an example, I had 2 goals, okay? Decrease stress and to fall asleep a little bit easier. What I came to realize after taking CBD is that there were a lot of other things that CBD balanced in my system. And so like one of them was that I just, and this was about 3 weeks in of taking a dose in the morning and a dose at night. So I was taking a soft gel in the morning, and then I was taking a dropper of the oil at bedtime to help me just kind of relax and fall asleep a little bit easier. But what I noticed as I was taking it was that at about 3 weeks in, I was still kind of assessing how I was feeling, which is the first month. That's what you do, and we love to work with you in the first couple weeks, especially the first month, get you on a routine that really addresses your goals. And so what I noticed, my son actually told me, he came up to me and said, "You are so calm. I want to know what happened to you." And I said, "Oh my goodness. Wow, that's cool," because teenagers don't often give a lot of praise about their parents' parenting styles. So I was impressed that he noticed, and he gave me examples as to when I was calmer than what I normally had been. They, of course, all had to do with things that had to do with him and getting his homework done on time and things like that. But it did make me feel better that he was noticing that I was calmer, because I wanted to be a calmer mom, and I am a calmer mom now, continuing on my CBD journey. So that was one thing that, he noticed, and that my mood was just calmer. And so the other thing that something I noticed was at work, I was able to focus better. And that was a big thing for me, that I just wanted to be able to focus on projects, not be distracted. And that I did notice that. Another thing is that my hormones were really out of balance. I am in the stage of perimenopause. So throughout the stages of life, us women go through all these stages, and our hormones just naturally are changing, and we have to adjust and change according to that. And so, I used to have no issues with, for real, PMS didn't exist for me, in my 20s and my 30s. I got off pretty good, and felt like, oh, those poor women who are having such horrible PMS and all. Well, here I am now, perimenopause in my 40s, and my hormones really, really did get, out of whack. And I was working very hard at balancing them, working with healthcare practitioners, and but I did start taking, the CBD, and it was about my second cycle that I realized my PMS symptoms. I'm not craving donuts every single day for honestly 2 weeks. Okay, really, it got up to 2 weeks where every day I was craving sugar and carbs. I was tired, and we just could not get it balanced. With progesterone and estrogen, and I was just doing all these things and always journaling, and it was difficult. It was very, very hard. It impacted my quality of life, and suddenly I stopped craving. That was one thing, and then I started sleeping better, and I had also started getting hot flashes. I haven't had a hot flash now in over a year. And so things like that, I noticed that, which I didn't know when I first started taking it. I definitely had a smaller list of what I wanted, to get benefits from CBD than what it actually did provide for me, which is just really amazing, and which is why I am here and why I love to help other women and talk through routines and what you're going through so that I can help you as much as I can as a dosage specialist. Another thing is just less aches and soreness and tension in your body. I do have fibromyalgia, which is a pain condition. I do feel a lot of tension in my shoulders and my neck, and I'm always managing it. I know triggers. Stress is a trigger. Food that is just not healthy for me is a trigger. So I know my triggers. But with CBD, the triggers, I can be triggered, but then I can take CBD and it can help it just calm down. And so that has been really helpful. I have less soreness, I have less tension, I have less swelling from these conditions, and yeah, just less reaction to the triggers. If I do, come across a trigger, if I do end up eating something that I know isn't that great for me. So I've definitely gotten benefit from that. And then, the last thing I want to say is like my mind just feels calmer in general. My mind tended to race a lot. There's a lot going on. A lot of us live incredibly busy lives. Where we have kids, we have jobs, we have social lives, of course. And we've been going through a pandemic, and now there's other world issues going on. So I do know that it's a tough time. And so you can just kind of get in your head and be thinking about all of these things and become overwhelmed. I have noticed that I just let that go. I just kind of more so like pick and choose. Even if I do start going down that path of like, oh, what's going on in the world, and, things that are difficult to think about, the reality, then, I can change that and just say, you know what, Deborah, let's not go down that road. Let's think of positive thoughts. And it's just easier for me. My mind isn't so stuck, or it doesn't race so much. It just is more calm. So another thing, so that's what happened to me. So I just went through like a whole, like kind of my laundry list of how CBD has helped me over the past almost 3 years. And like I said, it like, after 3 weeks, my son noticed I was calmer in situations where normally I was stressed out. After 3 months, I noticed other things, that my stress levels were much less in, again, situations that were stressful for me, but even more pronounced, where I didn't get like the physical, like racing heart rate or shallow breathing that I would normally get if I was stressed. Those things like went away, which initially I have to say was surprising to me. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling that. What happened? And I had to realize it was the CBD, which I'm very, very grateful for. So other ways in which CBD can be beneficial is mood. And I did touch on that a little bit. With mood and stress levels. So what I want to say to you about that is that just notice your mood and stress level when you first start taking CBD. And then, CBD can play an important role in maintaining an uplifted mood, and easing irritability, alleviating that stress response. And I encourage you to monitor your reactions to stressful situations, listen to your family members and friends and coworkers if they notice something like my son did. The other thing, like with mood, so we have all different products, but for mood, something that I know that members have noticed some good results with are roller duos. So one is a calming one, and one is energizing. And so if you're looking for something to balance mood, and say it's the afternoon and you are dealing with an afternoon slump and you're just like, I've hit a wall, I feel like I need to take a nap, I'm done with work, and you still have a couple more hours left to work, I recommend, there's the energizing one, which is predominantly peppermint. And so what we recommend for mood and just like a little bit of a pick-me-up for like energy is try half a dropper of daily drops, and then use the energizing roller. So smaller doses of CBD tend to be energizing, still calming to your system, but not too sedating to where you feel like you're gonna have to like take a nap. Okay, so you can definitely do half droppers of the daily drops during the day. Put it under your tongue, hold it for a full minute. Half droppers tend to absorb in the tissue under your tongue and go directly to your bloodstream, quicker than a full dropper. And they tend to be a little bit more like energizing and focusing. And then you can also pair it with putting at the energizing, okay, just had to smell that, roller on power points, anywhere where pressure points, power points, I kind of like that, power points, pressure points, where you have more veins. That's key because wherever you have more veins, your skin is warmer and it kind of acts like a diffuser on your body. You can also like put it up here, on your temples so that you can kind of smell it. And if you're still wearing masks anywhere you go, you can like put it in your mask, like right under your nose or onto the mask so that you have that energizing, uplifting, peppermint aromatherapy that can help, along with taking like a half dropper of oil. So that's for mood and stress levels. And then, if you are experiencing high levels of stress, like say you've gotten an assignment and like say the deadline has changed and you're like, whoa, got to get this done today and I thought I had more time. We do have a couple booster products, as we call them, that you can add into your daily routine. So like daily routines consist of like soft gels, gummies, and our daily drops. Those are meant for like daily, take one in the morning, maybe after lunch, after dinner, or before bedtime. Those are times when like the daily products doses are put in. But then you can use like the rapid calming melts for those moments of peak stress where, if something comes up and you're just like, oh my gosh, this project has to be done like now. Okay, the rapid calming melts are one of our fastest acting products. That's why rapid is right there in the title. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. You put it under your mouth or under your tongue, in your mouth, let it absorb. Try not to chew it because you might crush some of the CBD because of the technology that's used. But that's for like peak moments of stress. In addition to, and I don't have it handy with me right now, but our drink drops. Those as well are more fast acting. Those are our two fastest acting products. So if you're in a situation where you're wanting, faster acting benefit from CBD, those are the two products I would recommend. The oil as well, holding it under your tongue and really letting it absorb, like half dropper at a time, can absorb pretty easily in a minute. So that by the time you swallow, then for me, I just have the flavor, which this is the birthday cake. So I just have the flavor of birthday cake in my mouth. I even smell it. It smells really good, like vanilla. Just hold that for a minute and, let it dissolve in the tissue under your tongue. That as well, the onset can be like 10 minutes to 30 minutes. So a little bit, that's the next fastest acting product. The soft gels and the gummies take longer to get into your system. So if you're looking for faster acting benefit, you want to take the faster acting products. And then CBD has been really helpful for a lot of people for sleep. And sleep is really, it's one of the most critical factors for maintaining overall health. Sleep is so important for you to be able to, just get restorative sleep. That's when your body is restoring what it has gone through during the day. And every day is different. So you may have some incredibly stressful days and, day after day and really need that sleep to restore, and just work through things. Your body works through things, your mind works through things to help calm yourself while you're sleeping. So sleep is super important. If you are having any issues with sleep, and you're not taking CBD yet and you're curious, I definitely encourage you to, either email us or make an appointment with a dosage specialist. You can always email us at dosage@myeq.com. And that's really whenever you are in the process of purchasing or considering purchasing CBD products. You can definitely reach out to us and ask us questions, or you can DM us on Instagram. And so whether you struggle to fall asleep, stay asleep, or wake in the middle of the night, wake too early, or a whole combination of those, we as dosage specialists work with our members to develop a routine for sleep. And that often it consists of combining a slow, steady release product like the soft gels or the gummies a little bit earlier in the evening so that it gets in your system. And then also the drops for closer to bedtime because they're more fast acting to help you just kind of relax into your sleep, your bedtime routine. So a sleep routine often consists of a couple products. And like I said earlier, these rollers are fabulous. You can do that. The calming roller. You can also put the relief balm on the soles of your feet. And just let that soak in while you're sleeping before you go to bed. Or if you have tension, definitely be putting it, if you have tension on your neck or your shoulders, definitely try this before you go to sleep so that at nighttime, you're not going like that. Or if you start to go like that, at least this is like soaking in and helping to relax. Another thing, and let me stick with the soreness and discomfort. So you can have soreness or discomfort, like I was just talking about, like just your body reacting to the stress of the day can cause just tension and soreness. Or if you exercise, you can like put the relief balm on before, just so that like if you know that your muscles tend to get sore, or after you exercise, you can put this on. Now we do have this new recovery roll-on. This one is a little bit different. These are both topicals. This has more menthol. That's what the main difference is. It's CBD, menthol, and white willow bark. Okay, and also it's easy to roll on. Okay, so like for me, like literally, because I have been having tension and it just so happens this week, here I am doing an IG live, and what happens? I start to have tension in my jaw. Okay, haven't had it before, but I'm having tension right here now. And I went to specialists. I, went through the healthcare, spoke to all the people that I need to, but I also work in CBD. And what they had said to me was, you know what, you may want to monitor your stress, which I thought that I was doing a good job, although do know that I could maybe do a little bit better. So if you do, and I have noticed that I have spoken to more and more members who have jaw tension since the pandemic has hit. That has been something that's been a trend that I have seen. So before this just came out. So what I have been doing is I've been experimenting with, do I like the relief balm for this tension in my jaw? Because it hurts. It hurts from like my ear all the way here, okay? And so it may very well be that I'm clenching due to maybe that because my son is going off to college soon and we're working on that, or who knows, whatever issues. There's lots in everyone's life, right? So what I've been doing is kind of experimenting, and both of them seem to work for me in terms of just relaxing. So right now I'm just rubbing some very gently because it's sore. And I'm just rubbing it on my jaw, this relief balm, okay? And it tends to rub in. So I tend to do this at nighttime as I'm going to sleep, knowing that it might be, because we're still trying to figure this out, that I might be clenching at night. So if in fact I am clenching at night, this will help, it'll just soak in. It soaks in for a good 30 minutes and it can last a couple hours. So this is a product you can definitely use for this. And then know that everything, or just remember that song, the knee joint connected to the elbow, which isn't true, but anyway, everything's connected. So think about what's connected to where you're feeling any tension. So I'm also putting it here, and I've been going back and forth with trying this. So I am also rubbing at different times. Like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and go, ooh, ow. And I have this right by my bed. And I just do this, okay? Very gently because it's sore. And I am getting relief from both of them. Now, the thing about this is there is more menthol. So definitely if it's a jaw thing, keep it down here so that you don't feel that menthol, like kind of like making your eyes water. Or like burning it or anything, but I've been okay by just like keeping it down here if you have jaw issues, or also like putting it here. The back of my neck has been really great, my shoulders. So this recovery roll-on is definitely meant for, muscular, tension. And, Yeah, so that's, and before exercising, after exercising, you can definitely use ingested products as well as topical products, to help address the tension wherever you're feeling that. And then the last thing I just want to mention is increased energy, in smaller doses, so half droppers or even quarter droppers of the oil, people can feel like a little bit more energized, a little bit more focused. So that afternoon slump, if you're feeling that at all, you can even start with a quarter drop. We always recommend starting slow, low and slow. So you can start with a quarter dropper in the afternoon if you're feeling that afternoon slump, and see if you feel a little pick me up. If not, then the next day try half a dropper. But some people do use it for just increased energy. And also, if you are taking CBD to sleep at night, like to help you fall asleep and stay asleep, then a lot of people do feel that they're getting that more restorative sleep and they wake up feeling more energized and ready for the day. So those are the main benefits that I wanted to share with you all about, what CBD can do. And, I encourage you, if you have not already, to schedule a consultation with one of our dosage specialists. We are always happy to talk to you. And I want to give a shout out to everyone who I have already spoken to who is watching this right now. And I encourage, if you haven't, like I said, haven't had a dosage consultation, to schedule one. And again, you can always email us any questions at dosage@myeq.com, and you can also DM us on Instagram. So thank you for listening to me. I hope that you got some good information out of all of this, and feel free to be in touch. Email us as you need us, and we're always happy to hear from you. Take care and have a great day.